5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello. Hello, sober. Sorry we're a little bit late. Lots of talking, lots of faffing. And,
Lots of fucking up things.
Yeah, I don't know if everything is as it should be. Just have a little sneaky nosy. No, they all look okay. We'll see. I can't even remember what we're doing tonight.
No, but then...
Fuck it. Hey, Lee, how you doing, buddy?
Lee, it's June, isn't it? It's June now. You were supposed to be getting close to moving. Any chance?
Ooh, yes, not long now. So I don't know why I did a weird Jimmy Savile impression.
Not long now.
Not long now. Can't do that anymore.
Animations. Right, I'm going to do an animation.
Oh, go on, Simon.
Do you think we can do that?
Oh, hang on. Let me switch this one off first. Hang on, where's it gone? Turn that off. Should we try?
I see, so you got to turn it off, otherwise... Rob!
Hello, dear boy. How you doing, sir? What, you want a bit of a funky party disco fun time, do you?
Disco, keep it moving. Disco, party time. Disco, on the dance floor. Disco, party time.
Yep. I think that was essential. Good call, sir. Right. So, yeah. Apologies if things aren't running. Still not moved yet. Oh, really?
Oh, man, you must be just chomping at the bit.
Oh, dude.
Poor fella.
I have just realised I haven't closed Dropbox. And Simon, my eyesight's terrible. Can you see which icon down there is Dropbox? Because I can't see from... Is it that one?
No, I don't think that is Dropbox.
What one is it? Is it there?
No, I can't actually see it on there, dude.
Oh, it might not be there then. Oh, well. Ayo. Never mind. Right. Anyway, hello, everyone. How are you? Excellent, jolly good, splendid. Right.
How are you, Michael?
Ill. How are you, Simon?
Ill.
Yes.
Right, so first of all, the boss eyes.
Yeah. Eyes are still crap.
The thumb issues.
Still troubling. How are your thumbs?
Buggered.
Yep. So,
Right.
How are your thumbs? How are thumbs, bums and tums, everyone? What's going on in all your departments?
And also your chums.
Yes.
How are your gums?
Yeah. How are your plums? Glasses all round. Oh, don't get old, anybody. Look at this face. This is a 25-year-old who's lived a really hard life.
That was one long night.
Yeah,
also, as well, Mike was showing me, he's got, this is a dream setup. He's got a VR...
A butt plug, a fleshlight.
And lots of lube. No, he's got a VR setup for flying aircraft, and it is stunning.
I put Simon in a Spitfire and just like, bang, there you go. And it's just like, holy shit.
Oh, and it was so good. It really is stunning, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's a work in progress, still in the early days, but for those of you who've never tried flying a plane in VR, I would highly... Come round my house. Just come round here, and I'll throw a headset on you, and we'll have a bloody good time.
Oh, it was really beautiful.
If my dog doesn't eat you.
And he could.
Yes, he definitely could. Right, so we were going to do some songs. I know there was a Bruce Springsteen one in there.
Yeah.
Can you remember it?
Born to Run, was
Yeah.
it Born to Run? I don't know it, but but that's fine.
I'll tell you what.
It can't be that hard, can it? But...
there is quite a lot to it.
Is there?
Yep, doesn't matter.
No, but I really want to do it now because you've said that.
Okay.
And there was a Mika number as well.
Yeah, the Mika one's really cool.
Yeah. The Kiss one.
I don't know if that's going to... Because you weren't...
No, but I was going to play drums to it. So.
Oh, you were, weren't you?
Yeah. I can play drums.
We'll see how my voice goes. Because I get the feeling, considering how the weekend went, this might be a little bit tenuous. I'll tell you, let's start with Mika.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice little bit of
Do you
Mika.
know if it's in A or G? I think it's in A, isn't it?
G.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
I forgot what it's called. Grace Kelly. That's the one.
couple of idiots. Right.
If you've ever wondered what senility in musicians look like,
Right, it's not on there.
oh, for God's sake.
Oh, God.
We could do it acoustic. No, fuck it. Let's do something else. Okay,
Go your own way.
let's do Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac. Right, we've just found one. Tell you what, ladies and gents, throw songs out. If we've got them on our list,
We
try.
are going to just screw up everything today by the looks of it. So,
It's been a long week and it's only Tuesday.
It's in
Okay.
D, isn't this?
Yes. Yes, I do believe. Yeah, the chorus is D, yeah. That's it. The chorus is D. Then A. Something like that. Oh. Mark!
Howdy doodly do.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't like the stream yet. All we've done so far is just talk.
Do you have a hate button? You should put that up.
Yeah. Do have a you have wasted moments of my life that I will never get back button.
A very shit button.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me.
So, lesson to be learned: don't play VR before a show because it takes up too much time. Okay. Here we go. He says.
That's in F. That's going to be an F.
Okay. Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Tell me why everything turn around. Backing up, shacking up, so you wanna do. If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. Open up, everything's waiting for you. You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. If in doubt, shred. There we go. You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. Another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your
game of soldiers.
There you go. That's the level of musicianship we have this evening. The like button feels more like a sympathetic there button. Oh, you have no idea how true that is. Rob said, "Evening legends, lost my voice."
No, legends.
This weekend has just been a voice fucker for everyone.
I lost my voice. I've been recording a Halloween album, and I lost my voice yesterday completely. You nearly lost yours at the end of your gig on Saturday.
Felt the first gig sort of went okay. Was sort of not struggling a little bit. Second
where
gig,
Friday you were?
Friday was at Barstable. Is it Barstable?
Barstable.
Barstable. Social club.
It sounds like it should be either Barstable or Bastard Balls.
Yeah, Bastard Balls. Friday, and then at the Prince of Wales Saturday. Both gigs were great. You know, people were lovely and everything, but just the really odd thing, and I put this on Facebook. I've never encountered this before. You know,
someone who likes you.
Yeah. Singing accurately. No, but I was going for notes, but where my muscle memory was slightly flat. So I'm like, no, wait, that's not there. Hang on, I've got to raise it. And I was micromanaging every note.
Man.
But it's because I had, and I found out apparently that if you've got like mucus in the nose or anything like that, it throws
off your hearing. I don't think it's necessarily your nose. It's in your. I can't think what it's called.
But it was more to do with because I used a bit more mix range now when I sing.
Oh, I see.
And I use more up here. Every time I was going for notes up here, it was just flattening them down slightly.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's really, really weird.
I was trying to record. I was going. That's where I kind of lost it.
Yeah.
Rob said, "Doesn't sound too bad until you find out it was 30 seconds into the first song." Oh, Rob.
I think there is nothing worse than that, is there? Knowing you've got a whole gig ahead of you and your voice is already starting to play up.
Rob, are you singing the whole gig, or was it BV?
Yeah, that's a very good point. News to us. Do tell, Rob. What's been going on?
But Homer said, "I liked the stream before you even started, but in all honesty, I hit the wrong button."
Yes, I'm sure that's how many people feel. I did a gig for Illicit once, and luckily all of them have down tuning pedals. Yeah. And I got to the gig, and I don't know what was wrong with my voice, but we literally had to pitch shift everything down by like 3 tones. It was so embarrassing. Was not a good time, shall we say?
It was not a good day.
Right, we forgot to do this last time.
Can I do another animation, please?
Oh, go on then, you crazy fool.
Now, fuck off!
Oh, bless him. He's happy.
I've got little buttons here, so I want to play
He has got
with
little
them.
buttons. Okay, so I even made a special chat screen for this. I bet it doesn't work now. Something's going to fuck up. Right, we haven't had our 5-minute debate for ages.
Should we do another song first?
Okay, let's do another song.
Just in case anyone's thinking, fuck this for a game of soldiers.
Yes.
Let's try and do one.
Okay, let's hear...
Neil said, "I must HV."
Are you missing an I in between that? You know, because you can live a perfectly normal life with medication these days.
Or "I must HMV."
Oh yeah, there is that as well. That's probably slightly more politically correct.
Yeah, maybe. Let's pretend that we only said that one.
Yep.
Right. Well, we did David Bowie last week, didn't we?
I tell you what. Can you remember that?
No, not at all. But let's have a go.
Can you?
I must have lost my voice on Saturday as I was roundly ignored at the bar, ignored at the bar at the beer festival. Dude.
Boo. Should we try that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now we did this one with Ziggy, and I'd never ever heard it before, but it's such an awesome tune, and I bet I get it completely wrong now. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any idea what this is, but yeah. What's the worst that could happen, Michael?
Yeah.
Let's face it. What's the worst that could happen?
Very true. Okay, here we go.
Great.
about 7 years ago. Now you say that you're so tough, and I loved it. Ooh, loved it for putting me down in a totally new way. I feel like the bad old sad old days. Get away now. But now, too much pain for too little gain. I feel like I'm gonna strike back right now. Gonna withdraw my labor of love. Gonna fight for the right to get into your heart. Yeah, withdraw my labor of love. Gonna strike for the right to get into your cold heart. Ain't gonna work for you no more. Ain't gonna work no more. Easy. I noticed you said that it never was gonna be easy, but not this hard. You're so cold, so cold. The romance goes when the promises break. My mistake was to love you a little too much. I withdraw my labor of love. Gonna fight for the right to get into your heart. Withdraw my labor of love. Gonna strike for the right to get into your heart. Baby, now withdraw my labor of love. Gonna strike for the right to get into your whole heart. Withdraw my labor of love. Gonna strike for the right to get into your cold heart. Ain't gonna work for you no more. Ain't gonna work for you no more. I can't stand it. I said I just don't want it. Then I'm never gonna need it. Anyway, yeah, I can't stand it. I said I just don't want it. Never gonna need it. Anyway, don't want you. I don't need you. I don't need your tricks and treats. I don't need your administration, your bad determination. I've had enough of you and your superbad crew. I don't need you. I don't need your pseudo satisfaction, baby. I can't stand it. I said I just don't want it. Never gonna need it. Anyway, yeah, I can't stand it. I said I just don't want it. I don't need your pseudo satisfaction, baby. Withdraw my labor of love. Gonna strike for the right to get into your heart. Withdraw my labor of love. Gonna strike for the right to get into your heart. Baby, now withdraw my labor of love. Gonna strike for the right to get into your heart. Baby, withdraw my labor of love. Gonna strike for the right to get into your cold heart. Ain't gonna work for you no more. Ah, what a tune!
What a tune! Neil said, so fat fingers because he put HM for. Drum playing reduced 15% effort. Fuck 'em. Rob said, yes, I'm doing a lot of BVs now for Head First.
Awesome.
Excuse me. Helping out with higher notes and key changes, etc.
Good lad.
The singer also had a dodgy voice that night and was originally relying on me to help him. Didn't work out.
Who's Head First? Is that Vic? Is that...
I've got no idea.
Is that Vic's band, Rob?
I met them when they were just leaving because we were doing a gig after them. So,
okay.
But I didn't... I only knew Rob.
Play like shit as well, so I was conscious about my voice. Well, that sums up tonight.
Oh dear, I've had many nights like that.
Oh, God, haven't we all?
Right.
Should we do a chatty thing?
Yeah, I'm going to just choose another song while you're
okay.
Doing that.
Right, hopefully this is going to work. Let's find out, shall we? Let's have a 5-minute debate. Yeah, Simon, it did a thing.
We're on telly.
We're on telly. We're on vintage telly, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know, we should do, this was like the old grey whistle test.
I don't think that was ever that bad.
No, that's true. They had talent on there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to have, I believe is it 5-minute countdown?
That does look good, doesn't it? That's very well done.
I don't know what that was. Oh.
You've got a good sounding effect one. You've got like a cinematic affecting one.
Hang on, let's try the other side. Hang on.
That one's not too bad.
There, that was chatty time.
Uncle C!
Hello,
lads.
Uncle Pete. Hello.
I'm listening from our holiday in the Peak District.
Oh, check you.
Have you ever been to the Peak District? I've never been there.
It's very lovely.
I really wish I could go.
You can go.
Oh, thank you.
There, you have my permission. Go. There you go. When you finish doing all these ridiculous
dingo.
Yeah.
I've been called many things in my life, but that's the
Dingo.
first time for that one. Oi, dingo.
But see, once you finish
Pingo. That's the my name.
Once you finished all your crazy album work, just go walking off into the Peak District.
And never come back.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Just go to the hills and fuck off.
Will you please?
It is with Vic. Been 2 years now. You said hi. You said hi to Vic, but like everyone else who sees, probably thought he was a roadie. Bless him.
So who's Vic?
He's the main singer. He's sort of the main person of the band. It's been his band for like donkeys.
So is he a bit shorter than Rob?
He's quite short, a bit hunched over. He's about 170.
With quite white hair?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know the dude thing. Yeah, he seemed a very nice fella.
Yeah, he's all right. We had his smoke machine malfunctioned when we were playing at a gig once, and it literally smoked the entire pub out. Alarms were going off.
So what band? So is that always been head first then?
Yeah, I was just standing in on. I can't remember what I was playing. Drums, I think, something like that. But back in the day.
In the good old
Back
days.
in the day.
Back in the day. Right, what we talking
Okay,
about?
our chat subject is, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is going to be one of those.
Oh, fucking hell, that was loud.
What should schools teach children?
Okay.
Right. I'll give you a quick bit of background, ladies and gentlemen, behind where this came from. I was chatting to one of my students' parents who homeschools, and we were discussing our thoughts on what schools teach kids nowadays. Do they teach them things that are essential for life? Do they teach them curriculums that have no real use? So we are going to discuss it.
Okay.
Now, are we ready, son?
Well, the time is...
Doing.
Right.
So
I need to reposition that time.
that's my bad. I pressed the wrong button, but it's fine.
Are you sure? I need to recite.
That's cool.
Anyway,
It's fine.
I've wasted 13 seconds saying that.
That's all right. So, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, your thoughts. What should schools teach children? Where do you think they've got it right? Where do you think they've got it wrong?
So first of all, what's your opinion?
What do we feel the role of school should be?
So it's a multifaceted idea as far as I'm aware. So they teach you the importance of the basics, which is language, writing, maths, and for religious schools as well, some religious foundation, and also elements of science more often than not as well. But it's also believed that they're instituting and teaching you the element of learning, and that's actually a really important ideal.
He's the only singer I've met who brings 2 mics and sets up 4 mic stands. All jokes aside, he's a legend. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on that? Because that's a really interesting concept, to teach you the foundation and the understanding of actual learning.
I think they get part of it right. Again, it's been a long time since I've been at school, so I can only go by what I've been told by various parents and things. I think one of the things they really lack is teaching critical thinking.
Yeah, but that's a really hard thing to teach, and for most people, you would expect they would either be taught or not taught that from home.
So so that's a good question. That's a good question then. So because obviously it's quite a difficult question to know. So where do we feel that the line should be drawn between home and school?
Well, should there be a line drawn between home and school? A load of parents that I've spoken to or that I've heard them voicing their opinions is kind of kids go to school and that's what the schools are there for. But nevertheless, parents have a duty and a responsibility, and also it's their primary reason is to ground their children in the basics of life, to arm them to move forward, to make a good life for themselves, I would have thought.
So do you think, so should schools just be for academia, for the learning of, as you say, like maths, language, science, and the actual, because obviously through school you'll have your hard knocks and you'll learn interaction with other children, various things like that. But do you think kind of like ethics and things should be taught at home, and behaviour?
I think that very much should be a grounding from home. I think most children will adopt the same political views that their parents have. So most children, when they're very young, their parents are like gods. Their parents are never wrong. They always know, whatever you ask them, they know the answer to. They're able to do all these amazing, wonderful things, and you're amazed by them, and they also give you everything that you have. Toys, food, warmth, clothes, everything. But once you get past the age of kind of 7, 8 or so, that's when you start to realise, my parents are fallible. And then at that point, they change from being gods in your life to being kind of regular people. And so that grounding between the ages of kind of 2.5 to 5, that sets up most people's lives. That's what will change them to be able to encapsulate certain things, sharing, social concepts, all these kinds of things. And also as well, so like I was telling you, I was speaking to some friends of mine that came to a gig at the weekend, and I didn't realise they homeschooled their children, and through their local church is where their children get most of their socialising and deal with things.
Stuart, hello buddy! The importance of compound investments, pensions, banking, last in the rat race sucks, critical thinking. So that's what you believe schools should teach?
I think that's slightly tongue-in-cheek, but I think the critical thinking is an important thing that everyone should be taught, whether it be from home or school or whatever.
Do you think critical thinking is one of those things that used to be when you went to, for example, universities and you'd have your debates and things like that? That was where the real clash of the big ideas would come. That
was very much, but then, if you know, certain places would teach like ideology, certain places would teach ethics, certain places would teach debating. Like that's really big in America as well, and that helps with critical thinking, which is a concept that a lot of people really still aren't quite good at or with, and it's such an important thing to think things through analytically, to problem solve, and a lot of people aren't really skilled in critical thinking things through.
Neil's just put, I vote we extend from 5 minutes to 10, just gets going as the time runs out.
But then we wasted a load of time with a load of rubbish at the start. Right, go on, so just quickly at the ending, go on.
I think my personal thought, so obviously nursery school, it should be mainly about motor skills, interaction with other children.
I think also as well very much that idea of fun, teaching them the idea of learning, social order, which is a really important thing to be grounded in, and also social interaction.
Yep. I would say then your primary school, again, you're starting the basics of your different main topics, I suppose. Yeah. Again, still the encouragement of learning.
Because people would often say, like, where you're learning trigonometry and stuff like that, kind of slightly more advanced math. What is the point of that for the majority of people's lives?
I think there needs to be more when you go into the secondary, secondary school and you learn. I think there is a good place for expanding into actually some of the essential life skills, like general, I suppose. I really need to turn that down. That's so loud at the moment. I don't know what all of our volumes are up the creek. But
thank you very much for the like. I'm trying to read the name. Danilo.
Danilo
Ferris?
Danilo Ferris, I think.
Yeah, I hope we said your name right. Anyway, thank you.
But I think there's definitely, yes.
Lorraine.
Neil said many people avoid critical thinking as it means they have to assess a view that isn't theirs. Bloody frustrated. Critical thinking even has a clue in the title. Very good. Yeah,
very
completely
true.
agree.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, I think there's certain things, like a Stuart tongue, whether it's tongue-in-cheek or not.
I think that's tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah,
No, Stuart.
but there are elements, I think, that basically in secondary school, you want to start preparing people for going out into the world. So to give them a bit more...
But that's where that kind of falls down. That the idea and high-level concept is that once you start to break that down, what is going out and being ready to prepare to be in the world? Other than social constructs,
yes,
depending on what your career choices are, there's such a vast array of things that, you know, so you could say if you're going into certain things, well, maths may not have a bearing, but math will have a bearing on nearly most things.
Yes.
There'll be some form of maths.
So do you
There'll be
think
some form of literature and language that will be important. But other than that, what else really?
Do you think then school should be really for doing the all, like secondary school, the all-round, I suppose, the all-round fulfilment of the basic education to a point, and then you start going maybe at college, going off into like learning advanced maths, sort of then branching off into the more...
To me, I think that is what happens.
I'm not sure if it does, because, like, for example, things like algebra, trigonometry, and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Again, for the vast majority of us, we do not use that. I would consider that more of an advanced math and things. But I do think at school they should teach things like life skills, like about wiring plugs, how to do like tax forms.
I mean, really, how many people are going to need to? How often are you going to be filling out tax forms or wiring a plug that you need a class in it? Whereas, you know...
Do you know that there's a lot of people who... I've got students now, and this is one of the things why I think it's an interesting subject. I've got students who really struggle knowing their left from their right.
Yeah,
I'm seeing more of that.
But that's another issue. That's not because, like, school's not going to teach you your left from your right. Beyond saying, that's your left and your right. Like, you're not going to get sort of 16 years of this is your left, this is your right. Every day, like on a class, this is your left, this is your right. I actually did that the wrong way around.
See how this could benefit you, Simon.
Stuart said the only thing when you speak up and they slap you down, only certain questions can be asked. I don't know, I disagree with that, Stu, but you're entitled to your opinion.
I think there's elements of how they operate in schools that I don't agree with. Like, for example, when in schools, they can, like, they'll punish a class. If someone's playing up, they can kind of punish a class to put that person on the spot.
But there again, that's all... You'll find there's so many different ways to try and, you know, years ago they used to cane people, and then it was kind of detentions, and then it was, you know, the naughty step or social norms, like in places like Japan.
Of course, every country's going to have a different...
Yeah, the idea of kind of putting pressure on society. Again, it depends on how society is. German society is extremely different to Japanese society, which is extremely different to American society, which is extremely different to English, and so on.
Okay, what about in that case?
Sorry, Rob said, sorry, dude. I think essential life skills would be so beneficial. For example, the amount of people I know who amassed thousands in credit card debt without really understanding the consequences.
So, yeah, that's a good consequence.
So that's interesting, Rob, but then wouldn't you say that either, one, they're in denial, two, there's some form of, I don't want to say, it's wrong for me to say stupidity, but I'm trying to think of a better word, just maybe not thinking or wanting to think about the consequences of things.
Is that something, okay, so...
Stu's gone, education is just to make you useful workers. For fuck's sake, dude.
That's a whole nother podcast. But so should consequence...
Stu, you can't always be fighting the man.
I'll still fight the man to the end days. But even if the man is being really nice to me, I'll still fight you. But so the idea of consequence and ramifications for our actions and all that kind of thing, is that something you believe should be taught at home, or is that something to be taught at school?
I really believe that that's something that should be taught at home. And some families, again, their idea of what's right and wrong or how that will be implemented is very different to other families. So there's no way to standardise.
Yeah, and I heard that.
And also, sorry, I'm so sorry to carry on before.
I was butting in.
Yeah, I know you were. It's like people believe that through religious education or religion is somehow going to help people make the right decisions or be better people, but that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, well, somebody was saying on a podcast that they were talking about, well, you know, as we said, I suppose morality should be taught at home, but they said, well, some kids have a really poor home life.
Yeah,
so
and
where
also
are they going to be taught
you've
those
got to
lessons?
think as well that the parents are teaching that, and it all depends where the parents stand on that. So
Yeah.
in the same way as most children will inherit their parents' political views, and then they might change that later on. At that early stage, if that's what no matter what the parents, some parents are terrible. They'll be arguing and fighting and hitting each other. Some people don't think nicely, people are rude. All these different elements are going to have. So how do you standardize any of that, or even say that's what should be taking place, because it's such a varied thing. So getting back to what Stu there, education is just to make you useful workers, right? So I'm sure that he doesn't genuinely mean that, and it's slightly tongue-in-cheek, but knowing Stu, it probably is just an element of that in there. But education in any form, whether it be you teaching yourself something, your parents teaching you something, or standardized education, it's all to make your brain richer in knowledge, and that cannot be a bad thing in any way. If you went to Cambridge or Oxford, you're told you are leaders. They get different education to us plebs. How many read books nowadays? I disagree with that.
I also think reading books doesn't matter, because, for example, I don't read books, but I listen to copious amounts of podcasts and audio.
Yeah, but I think if you say reading books, that's just a form of intake of information.
I don't
believe that everyone going to Cambridge and Oxford are told they're leaders. They're encouraged to be leaders. They're encouraged to think big, to do that. But then that is very much a symptom of a socio-economic situation.
Same as in America with Harvard. They're told that the people who go to Harvard, you are almost the elite.
Yeah, but that will be the same thing. Before you get to that stage, if your parents are rich or you're in influential places.
How many have read The Prince? I haven't.
I haven't. And we'd have no idea what that means, Stu.
No.
So your socio-economic situation makes a massive difference. We need to get onto a song fairly soon. So.
Yes, because this is one. Maybe we'll have
to
have
spiral. Shall we do part 2 next week?
Yeah, well, this could be our end of month chat.
From now till the end of the month.
Yeah. So everybody, save your thoughts. We'll come back to this at the end of the at the end of the month. So fucking loud.
It's killer, man. Anyway, just lucky I didn't put my headphones up really loud before we started. So, how many people have read the Prince? I wonder how many people have read the Prince.
I have never heard of the Prince. So, Stuart, you're going to have to enlighten us.
And what's the relevance of reading the Prince?
Yeah. I haven't read to Prince either. He never accepted my story time.
I like to sing some songs. I never used to read storybooks because I was never interested in that, but I'd read factual stuff. Still do. I just never. But whereas you'd probably read both.
Yeah, I like a combination of fiction and non-fiction.
When I was in your flight room earlier, there's
cockpit.
The cockpit for cots. As the pursuit of nonsense. Just read the swinging sign of. You had loads of like storybooks and stuff like that.
I've got loads of things like Terry Pratchett and loads and loads of fantasy stuff. So I'm a big fan. But I like fantasy that incorporate. It's one of the things you can learn a lot about the real life from fantasy, about the human condition and things like that, because that's a lot of it's where it's obviously.
But very often with those kinds of things, they're very broad tropes.
I've just seized up. My brain literally just went,
Stalled.
Yeah.
Stalled in neutral.
I've just dropped out of the air and ploughed into the ground.
Right, what song are we doing? I forgot what this is.
Are we born to running? Oh, no, we're doing this.
Yeah.
No, okay. think I remember this, but you might have to help me at the start. Ready? How's it start?
I think it starts here.
To Bombay, a travelling circus came. They brought an intelligent elephant, and Nellie was her name. One dark night, she slipped her iron chain, and off she ran to Hindustan, was never seen again. What is that? That's not a place.
Oh, Hindustan.
Nellie the elephant packed a trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she rode with a trumpety trunk, 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 trunk. And Nellie the elephant packed a trunk and hurried off to the jungle. Off she rode with a trumpety trunk, 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 trunk. Night by night, she does to the circus band. When Nellie's leading the big parade, she looks so proud. I'm completely in the wrong key. Take a bow, she took the crowd by storm. This is going swimmingly well. Try singing in key, ladies and gents, it helps. The truck to say goodbye to the circus. Off she goes with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. On the the elephant back to trump, the trump, all over the jungle. Off she goes with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. The trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she goes with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. On the elephant back to trump, the trump, all over the jungle. Off she goes with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. The head of the herd is rolling from far, far away. The neck one light is silver like the road around the day. Yes, Rob, I agree. Fucking hell, cool bloody governor! Nellie the elephant back to trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she goes with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. Nellie the elephant back to trunk and trump the rest of the jungle. Off she goes with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. Nellie the elephant back to trunk and trump the rest of the circus. Off she goes with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. And Nellie the elephant back to trunk and trump the rest of the jungle. Off she goes with a trumpety trump, 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 trump. I did randomly go from, I just noticed, I did randomly go from yay to... It's an easy step to take.
Bukkake!
Yeah. Right. Right, okay. Are we going to go for the Bruce Springsteen one?
Yeah, what was it called?
Born to Run.
Do you know what key it's in, or
E.
What the chords are?
Yeah, I actually know this one.
Oh, do you? Good.
So, your main part is... Yes, an E, A, B. And then then you get the kind of scroll from kids on heaven. That's basically.
What's that? Is that right?
So. So A, yeah, A with a G sharp, A F sharp,
Yep.
G sharp, E, E7. Should we do another one?
No. I'm determined to fuck this up. So, isn't there? There's a signature.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that'll do. That's it. Then back up. So it just does it once. So you got A, G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, then E, then E7, then it does another run, does the same thing again. Yeah. Okay. We'll make it work.
What could possibly go
As in the concept of reading music without auto-tune, just my opinion. But yeah, I agree, Rob. Teenagers have absolutely no meaning. Well, to be honest, I know lots of adults also who have no comprehension of consequence.
So do you think that's a symptom of our age? Do you think that's a symptom of our time?
I think a lot of it, I don't know how much, but I think a large part is a symptom of our time because due to social media, you can have complete anonymity and basically be as horrible as you like to people with no consequence.
Is that any different, though, to the past?
Yeah, because generally you'd have to pretty much say it face to face.
You could have sent a
strongly worded letter.
This us.
Yes.
Right. No, but like if you were in a crowd or you could have done
you could still have
yeah.
the kind of mob shouting at people. But generally people now...
So maybe it's more personalised attacks, but then still people were robbed and did all sorts of things, vandalism. I don't think that's something new.
I think there's an extra layer. I think there's another layer been added.
Let's think about that while we're doing this.
Like a sprinkling of poo on top.
Oh, it's with the poo.
It's always with the poo.
Too much poo.
That's in a different key, isn't it? E. On the days we sweated out on the streets of the runaway American dream, a night we ride through mansions of glory, suicide machines, sprung from cages on highway 9, chrome with fuel injected, stepping out over the line. Whoa, baby, the sound rips the bones from your back. It's a death trap, it's a suicide rap. We gotta get out while we're young. Cause trans like us, baby, we were born to run. It's born to run. When you let me in, I wanna be your friend. I wanna guard your dreams and visions. Just wrap your legs around these velvet rims and strap your hands across my engines. Together we can break this trap. We'll run till we drop. Baby, we'll never look back. Whoa, will you walk with me? I don't know why. 'Cause baby, I'm just a scared lonely rider. And I wanna know how it feels. I wanna know if love is wild. And I wanna know if love is real. So I wanna know. Got a solo coming up. What? Yeah. Okay, this bit's a bit weird. Beyond the palace, heavy power drone screams down the boulevard. Girls comb their hair in rearview mirrors while the boys try to look so tough. The amusement park rises bold and stark. Kids are huddled on the beach in a niche. What's a niche? Die on the wendy on the streets at night in an everlasting kick. That's a solo. fucking seamless, mate. I tell you what, you're never going to hear that again like that.
Small mercies. Right, so it's 24-hour now.
Kids could only be bastards during school hours. There's a very good point we could talk about that, Neil. Rob, how was the gig Saturday, Neil? Me and Amy would have come, but I was busy in Chinford impersonating a drowning cat.
Kitty!
Kitty! You're right, but sounds very good tonight. I think you've tuned into a different show, Kenny. that was beyond the car crash. That was a multi-car pile-up.
Maybe he wrote it before we did any playing, and it just got slow internet.
That's definitely what happened. What Neil just said is really important. I think, you know, the way people, I think we talked about this before, the way people are so polarised now. Mm-hmm. And have we said this before on the show?
I have no idea.
I'm
pretty sure we have.
Yeah, we might have done. About the fact that, I think we talked about it, but I don't know if we talked about it on air. But the fact that you used to get your news of what was going on in the outside world, obviously you'd have gossip and people would chat, you know, they'd meet up and have a talk. But you'd read it in the paper, you go, oh my God, darling, this is despicable. Oh, what's the Dow Jones doing? Blah, 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 blah. Then you'd go out into the real world. For the rest of your day, you may come home, you watch the news and everything, but it was a small snippet of the outside world. Now, as Neil said, you have 24 hours of polarising extremist views being shouted at you through a device. And I think it's getting to the point now where people, instead of actually looking at the world around them, what they're experiencing on a day-to-day basis, I think it's more, this is telling me how the world is.
Do most of you feel that as well? That now, especially, I see it in everything, that everything's so partisan, so incredibly...
Yep.
This is what I believe, that's right, everything else is wrong, rather than kind of...
There's so many reasons behind it, though, obviously, because sites get more clicks with inflammatory rhetoric.
But I think that heavily, to me, that's the thing that makes moderate people into kind of more extreme kind of
because
positions.
You believe, if you're being told by your phone, or, you know, whatever channels that you... Oh, these people are saying...
But it's not just that, isn't it? It's a constant... It's not just one source. You feel that...
It's multiple
sources, but they're all being directed because they've already monitored everything that you've done.
Yeah, so all the algorithms are pushing the things that are going to make you respond. And as you say, in three things, make us respond more. So therefore, we're seeing all this stuff, and it's very polarising, and we're starting to believe, and we've had talks on here before, that everybody out there, whether you're on the left or the right, you're either a right-leaning Nazi who wants to kill all trans people, or on the left, they're all out to try and... it's basically Pride Month is coming to eat your family or something, you know.
Lee said, I agree, it definitely feels like things are more partisan and conflict. I so feel that, man, yeah. Neil said, also, fuck the news. It's just miserable bollocks to piss people off. Very little ordinary Joe can do to change anything they broadcast. Switch it off and speak to your family and friends. So I completely get that. However, to know what's going on in the world, like your family and friends, if they do the same thing, no one's going to know what's going on in Ukraine or Russia or all those other things. Or, you know, if your particular government are going to bring in a new thing, whether it be something bad for your family or something good for your family or whatever.
It's very difficult to find. Apparently there's a website out now. What they do is they pick up all the news stories that are doing the rounds, and they actually highlight, but sort of almost like on a graph, which are more left-leaning, which are more right-leaning, which sides are promoting the story more, how accurate the story. So it's I need to find out what this. I think it's like called Ground News or something like that. Okay. And it's
not The Onion, is it? No.
But it's supposed to be more actually just showing sort of the behind the scenes of where the stories are leaning and who is pushing those stories.
It's such a sad situation, especially like where we've got in this country. America's got it later this year, an election coming up, and people are. It's really interesting to see how divisive things are and how militant things are getting when really all the politicians seem to be career politicians and are doing exactly the same, at least to my eyes anyway. Exactly the same
It's very
stuff.
interesting that foreign commentators, there used to be quite a difference between the parties. and people would understand those differences. Now, say foreign commentators are saying, we can't see
the differences.
You can look at, say, America, Trump and Biden and all the... You can see it's a very stark difference for the extreme ends of that. But in the UK, when you look at your political leaders, for want of a better word... It
tends to be over like a single policy. But like generally they're both... All of them are very much in a mire, yet they're all kind of desperately slagging each other off and...
Yeah, there's nothing constructive anymore. It's not a case of it.
But then, you know, that really is the nature of that kind of, where battlegrounds are drawn. It's such a sad state of, because generally people just want a nice quiet life. They want to be able to live their lives and be happy. That's all they're actually after.
As you've rightfully pointed out, Simon, in previous episodes, that the vast majority of people are like that, and the vast majority of people aren't extremists. But if all you see is the extremist rhetoric, you think extremists are around every corner. Yeah,
and that's kind of the thing where we live in an age of outrage, where no matter what happens, I'm just so amazed, and it's always outrage, and the reaction to outrage generally is outrage.
I think that also comes from the push to sort of where the individual's rights and needs are more important than the collective, where it seems, no, you need to be looking for your true self. Rather than, well, no, you can be as true to yourself as you possibly can, but as we are part of a collective, we have to sacrifice a little bit of ourselves to be part of that collective, to appreciate that the world is not about us. But I think people want the world now to be all about them.
Yeah, the things that I want, that's all that matters, and there's no
compromise.
What a sad state. Homer says, wait a minute, Neil said, I'm not disissuing any tragedies happening around the world, but to let it consume you can't be good for the general mental health.
No.
Very true, dude. And generally the news is always, this is terrible. There's never like, there's been some good breakthroughs. Well, actually, I say that when I read the news, I read a lot of the science stuff and health news and things like that. So there's lots about breakthroughs, new
podcasts, ladies and gentlemen. There are some amazing podcasts out there that do a really nice mixture.
But then there's also really shit ones, and that's maybe we've just got too much information.
I think that's the hardest thing. People don't know where to turn to for just
trustworthy news, or where unbiased news.
Yeah, people who are just putting the truth as we know it to the best of our ability.
The Independent's quite good for that, but then that's just my opinion. I don't know too much about these things. Right, the extreme elements always seem to shout louder than the moderates. I completely agree, Homer. Yeah, sadly, the people that shout the loudest tend to be not really in the majority, but tend to be in the minority, but they make it sound like that is the majority.
The real sad and dangerous...
I'm not dismissing any tragedies around the world, not disissuing.
That's the scary thing, is when, say, for example, those screamy, shouty minorities can affect policy and change. That's where it gets dangerous.
Again, with career politicians, they're only interested in staying in power, so it's about appeasing these kind of more extreme things when moderate people generally just want to...
But that's where America is kind of failing, because...
I mean, America is so polarised and partisan.
But because you've got the top people are trying to pander to the extreme, and they're wondering why things are failing and things aren't working, because the vast majority of people aren't like that, and they don't want these
I don't know, I think that more and more around the world, and I personally see social media as being one of the connecting influences on this, but things are far more extreme now.
Yeah, absolutely. Agree.
Even just with normal kind of talking with people and stuff like that, rather than just go, I don't really agree with that. It'll be like, no, you're wrong, or no, that's shit. And it tends to be that more extreme kind of reaction rather than going, all right, let me.
But I think again, that's because people in a social media situation can just vent whatever vitriol they feel. And I've had people on my videos, they'll just walk by and literally they'll stroll by on the internet and just leave a shitty comment, and you respond to it, it's like, what do you mean? Nothing. It's just like, I just want to be nasty. and that's it.
Is there something in mankind that just makes us enjoy being horrible?
I
think for some people there is.
But
having known one person like that.
These kind of people, though, were the ones who, when the internet wasn't there, didn't have a voice, because they were the ones who would sit indoors and just be angry at the world. Well, or, you know, they go out and they'd be the ones who go out and then go on a killing spree.
Yeah, man.
So
Homer said, whatever happened to the happy story that was always at the end of the news?
Yeah, where's the squirrel on the surfboard?
I think, personally, Homer, I think that they still have that. They still have the puff piece. I think that just maybe all of us are switching off before it gets to it. And also with 24-hour news, Wednesday.
Instagram and TikTok are full of good animal lovely stories.
Ooh.
Just go and fill your boots with
Right,
them.
what we're going to do next?
Let's go for...
Crazy Horses.
All right, then.
No, you sure?
Yeah. Great tune.
I haven't played this in ages.
This will be our last one, ladies and gents, due to the fact I'm bursting for a piss. That's why I'm doing the whole wobbly dance.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in. It's so nice listening to your opinions and, you know, getting different points of view and different ways of thinking about stuff.
Yeah, you're a bloody smart lot, you know that.
Oh, bloody lovely. I bloody love you lot. I bloody love you.
What? Oh, this piss is getting really bad. I can do it. I'll sing a big note and just everywhere.
Don't go for the top notes.
No. There we go. Got it. Okay. Loads of smoke. Definitely for this one.
There's a message flowing in the air, come from crazy horses riding everywhere. It's a warning, it's in every tongue. Got to stop them crazy horses on the run. What a show, there they go, smoking up the sky, yeah. Crazy horses are got riders in the U.S. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses, though they never die, they just keep on bumping how they multiply. Crazy horses, will they never halt if they keep on moving, then it's all a fall. What a show, there they go, burning up the sky, yeah. Crazy horses, they got riders in the So take a good look around, see what they've done. They've done. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Crazy horses.
The only good song they ever did.
Oh, man, what a song.
I'm your long-haired lover from Liverpool. You be my sunshine days from LA.
Yeah. And there was man, the two of us.
Oh.
No, was that Donny Osmond? Or was that Michael Jackson?
Oh, God,
I think it was Michael Jackson, wasn't it?
I can't remember anything anymore.
I have no idea who I am. So, wait a minute, just before.
Oh, what's he got? What's he got in store?
Disco, disco, keep it moving. Disco, disco, party time. Disco, disco, on the dance floor. Disco, disco, party time.
Yep, you have to press stop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's been a ruddy pleasure. Apologies, we've been awful, but you know what you're getting. But no, thank you. We love you all dearly. You've been bloody marvellous. And I love you so much. So we got some thanks. Yep. Right, so we're going to have to say that. Can you read it there? My eyesight's so bad at the moment.
Danilo Ferries.
Thank you very much for subscribing,
Mark
sir.
Rob. Homer. Lee. And then Kevin was last week.
Kevin. No, I'm not. No. Oh, thank you, Neil. You are far too kind. Absolutely too kind. Yeah.
Wasting your life in something.
Kevin Carter.
What a song!
Tune.
Stu. Oh yeah. How are things getting on? Text me. Let me know how you're getting on.
Yes. Let us know, dude. We like to keep tabs on you, sir. All right, everyone. Take care. Much love.
Have a lovely week ahead. Be good and kind to
I've got a
everyone you
weekend
meet.
off.
Oh, have you?
Oh, that's the point. I need to ask you. Are you free Sunday for a couple of hours?
Can I let you know? Because I've got.
No, I need to know now.
I've got to finish that Halloween album by Monday. Yes. So
fair dues.
I've got another. I'm just doing the last couple of tracks. So depending on how, I've got a session in tomorrow. Sorry, I don't want to say this over.
So we'll see you later, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about this afterwards. Bye.
Bye.